So I didn't really feel the need to show myself walking all the way back to the strip from the fort, so I just used quick travel. If you really wanted to see the journey, you can just play the previous chapter in reverse.
An entire army of upgraded Securitrons just standing by over at the fort. Pretty neat, huh?
So these tribes you mentioned earlier, you think I should ask them if they'll support an independent Vegas?
Oh no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to know these tribes and decide which ones you like and which you don't. You know, shape the future of Vegas. Choose your neighbors. If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or going to be a problem, go ahead and exterminate it. It's whatever you want to do. See you around.
So again, to avoid spoiling everything, I'm not actually going to do any of these quests. I'm just gonna meet all of these tribes off camera and then come back and tell Yes Man to ignore them all.
Do not be alarmed. We've been upgraded to serve you better. Have a nice day.
The Securitrons at the fort are on standby. I see a status log here confirming that the Mark II OS upgrade installed correctly. They'll be all set to go once we boost my transmitting power and bring them online with the network. But we'll worry about that later.
So I met with all those tribes you mentioned, and I just want to leave them alone.
Say no more, say no more. If you say they're good, they're good. That accounts for all the tribes you needed to get to know. You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. Here's some big news. I decoded a military radio transmission, and it turns out the NCR president, Aaron Kimball, is going to visit Hoover Dam. I guess he wants to boost the troops' morale, but according to projections Mr. House made, he has an 83.75% chance of being assassinated. Whoops. Anyway, it looks like Mr. House thought it was important to keep President Kimball alive.
Why would Mr. House care whether or not Kimball was alive?
Mr. House ran projections on how the NCR public will react to a defeat at Hoover Dam. Overwhelmingly, they'll blame Kimball. But if Kimball dies at Hoover Dam, there's no obvious scapegoat for them to blame, so they'll blame New Vegas instead. So that means reduced tourism for up to 5 years. The equations are pretty complicated. Mr. House sure liked numbers.
Well, with Caesar dead, if Kimball dies, both factions will descend into chaos and they'll be too busy fighting amongst themselves to be a threat to us.
Fine by me. We've got more important things to take care of. This gadget I'm handing you is called an override module. Mr. House had 2 of these made years and years ago. Just like him to think ahead. Take the module to the Dorado substation and attach it to the power control terminal. I'll handle the rest.
What do the module let you do?
I'll use the substation to send a huge jolt of electricity to the Lucky 38. Turns out this casino has its own reactor. All it needs is a jump start. With the reactor running at full tilt, I can boost the transmission strength of the Lucky 38's command and control network. I'm talking direct tactical control of hundreds of upgraded Securitrons at vast distances. You know that's gonna come in handy.
All right, I'll get it done.
Great! When this is taken care of, we'll be all set for the Legion to make its move.
Добро пожаловать, товарищ. Hey, Vlad, what do you got in stock today? I show you. That's all I needed. If you'll need anything, you'll come back.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
There's talk of someone going into the Lucky 38 to talk to Mr. House. That's bullshit.
see the sights? This here's the Dorado. It's where we send power back home.
We keep an eye out for Legion raiding parties. They'd love to shut down the Dorado.